Imagine a time when the sun-kissed islands of Haiti and the Dominican Republic were untouched by the outside world. A time when the emerald-green mountains cascaded down to the azure sea, and the air was filled with the intoxicating scent of tropical flowers. The islands were a symphony of vibrant colors and sounds, with the melodic calls of exotic birds echoing through the lush foliage. In this untouched paradise, the Taíno people thrived, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of nature. They farmed the fertile land, fished in the bountiful seas, and crafted beautiful art from the resources the islands provided. Their villages were bustling centers of life, with the laughter of children playing, the wisdom of elders teaching, and the rhythm of artisans crafting. The Taíno people lived in harmony with nature, their culture deeply rooted in respect for the land and its creatures. They celebrated the changing seasons with vibrant festivals, their music and dance a tribute to the earth's bounty. Among the Taíno people, one man stood out. His name was Caonabo, a cacique or chief, respected and loved by all. With a wise heart and a keen mind, Caonabo led his people with a gentle hand and a strong spirit. He was a beacon of strength and wisdom, his leadership guided by a deep love for his land and people. Caonabo's vision was for his people to continue living in harmony with the land, to respect its gifts and to protect its beauty for generations to come. His dream was of a future where his people would continue to thrive, their culture untouched by time and their connection with the land unbroken. But on the horizon, a fleet led by a man named Columbus is approaching, bringing a storm that would forever change these islands. As Columbus's ships anchor, the lives of the Taíno people are about to be turned upside down. The tranquil waters of the Caribbean Sea ripple with the arrival of these foreign vessels, marking the dawn of an unforeseen era. The Taíno, a people deeply connected to their land, their culture rich with the rhythms of nature and the wisdom of their ancestors, greet the strangers with intrigue. Their lives, previously woven with the threads of community, tradition, and spirituality, are about to be disrupted by the arrival of Columbus and his crew, driven by ambition and a hunger for wealth. The first encounter between these two worlds is one of curiosity, a meeting of vastly different cultures. The Taíno, with their warm hospitality, welcome the foreigners, sharing their food, their music, their ways of life. Columbus and his men, on the other hand, are captivated by the unfamiliar landscape and people, their eyes gleaming not with understanding, but with greed. As the days turn into weeks, the true intentions of the strangers become evident. Columbus's gaze lingers not on the hospitality of the Taíno, but on the gold they wear, the fertile lands they cultivate, the potential wealth these islands hold. The curiosity that marked their arrival gradually morphs into a desire for possession, for control. The Taíno, once hosts, are now seen as obstacles in the path of this insatiable greed. The peaceful rhythms of Taíno life are disrupted as Columbus's men start to assert their dominance, their actions revealing a disregard for the Taíno way of life. The harmony of the community is shattered, replaced by a mounting tension, a sense of unease. In the midst of this turmoil, Caonabo, a respected Taíno cacique, watches, his wise eyes taking in the shifting dynamics. He recognizes the threat these strangers pose to his people, to their way of life. As the strangers' intentions become clear, so does Caonabo's resolve. He knows he must protect his people, his land, his culture from this impending doom. Caonabo, sensing the imminent danger, prepares to protect his people and their way of life. His spirit, like a flame in the darkness, flickers with determination, heralding the beginning of a resistance that will echo through the centuries. The stage is set for an epic struggle between the indigenous people and the foreign invaders. As the sun rose over the lush islands, a battle of unprecedented proportions was brewing. At the heart of it all was Caonabo, the Taíno cacique, a figure of unyielding resilience and unshakable resolve. He understood the stakes. His land, his people, their very way of life hung in the balance. With a keen mind and a fiery spirit, Caonabo rallied his warriors. Armed with their traditional weapons, their faces painted with symbols of courage and resistance, they stood united against the invaders. Their opponents were formidable, armed with steel and gunpowder, technology unknown to the Taíno people. Yet Caonabo's forces met them with a bravery that echoed through the ages. Each clash of weapons, each cry of defiance, each fall of a warrior was a testament to their indomitable spirit. In the face of overwhelming odds, Caonabo led his warriors with unwavering bravery. His strategic genius was evident in the way he orchestrated the battles, maximizing their strengths and exploiting the invaders' weaknesses. He was a beacon of hope, a symbol of resistance, inspiring his people to fight with every ounce of their strength. The battles raged on, days turned into weeks, weeks into months. The Taíno warriors, despite their valiant efforts, started to wane under the relentless onslaught of the invaders. Then came the day that would mark a turning point in their struggle, the capture of Caonabo. In a tragic turn of events, Caonabo is captured, but his spirit remains unbroken. Even as he was led away in chains, his head held high, his eyes burning with defiance, he remained the embodiment of resistance. His capture was a blow to the Taíno people, but it was also a spark that ignited an even fiercer resolve to fight for their freedom. With Caonabo's capture, a dark cloud descends over the islands. As the echoes of battle fade into the rhythm of crashing waves, a chilling silence hangs heavy over the once vibrant Taíno communities. The land, once a haven of peace and prosperity, now bears the scars of conflict and the weight of subjugation. In the wake of Caonabo's capture, Columbus's men tighten their grip on the islands. The Taíno people, once masters of their domain, are forced into servitude, their freedom stolen, their way of life shattered. The lush landscapes are stripped bare, exploited for their bountiful resources to feed the insatiable greed of the conquerors. The islands, once a paradise, are transformed into a theater of tyranny and exploitation. But the spirit of the Taíno people is not easily broken. Caonabo's courage, his resilience, his unyielding spirit continue to inspire, even from the confines of his captivity. His defiance becomes a beacon, illuminating the path of resistance for his people. In his absence, new leaders rise, carrying the torch of rebellion, their hearts ablaze with the fire of Caonabo's legacy. They resist in every way they can. Silent acts of defiance become symbols of their undying spirit, a testament to their enduring will to survive. They sabotage the colonizers' efforts, they conserve their customs, they whisper the tales of their brave cacique to their children. In every corner of the islands, in the heart of every Taíno, the spirit of resistance flickers, refusing to be extinguished. For Columbus, the subjugation of the islands is a victory, a testament to his ambition and power. But the cost of this triumph is steep. The repercussions of his actions reverberate through the ages, casting a long shadow over his legacy. The price of his ambition is paid not in gold, but in the blood and tears of the Taíno people. Even in defeat, Caonabo's legacy ignites a flame that refuses to be extinguished. His spirit lives on, a beacon of resistance, a symbol of the enduring strength of the Taíno people. His name echoes through the ages, a testament to the power of resilience, the cost of ambition, and the indomitable spirit of freedom. As we look back at these events, we find echoes of the past in our present. The tale of Caonabo and Columbus is one that, like a well-worn coin, carries the imprints of time and is tarnished by the patina of history. Yet, it is a tale that remains as relevant today as it was all those centuries ago. The islands of Haiti and the Dominican Republic, once lush and unspoiled, bear the scars of Columbus's ambition. The thriving Taíno communities were subjugated, their vibrant culture nearly wiped out. But against this backdrop of devastation, the spirit of resistance, embodied by Caonabo, continues to inspire. Caonabo's defiance in the face of overwhelming odds is a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. His story is a powerful reminder that survival is not merely about existence, but about preserving one's identity, culture, and values. It is about standing up against injustice, even when the odds seem insurmountable. And then there's the cost of ambition. Columbus, driven by his thirst for discovery and conquest, left a trail of destruction in his wake. His actions serve as a stark reminder of the potential devastation that unchecked ambition can wreak on societies and environments. But in the end, it is not about demonizing Columbus or canonizing Caonabo. It's about understanding the nuances of history. It's about recognizing the resilience of the Taíno people and the complexity of human nature. It's about learning from the past to better navigate the future. As we reflect on this narrative, it becomes clear that the issues it raises, colonization, cultural preservation, environmental stewardship, are not relics of a bygone era. They continue to resonate today as we grapple with questions about our own ambitions and their impact on the world around us. Let us remember the lessons from our past and consider how we can better respect cultural heritage and our environment in our actions today.